Good evening to you. My name is Chinemerem Joseph, and I warmly welcome you to today's edition of You and the Economy. Now, one channel of healthcare management that many nations have been embracing with increasing enthusiasm for quite some time now is the use of herbal remedies, or alternative medicine as it is commonly called, to treat some diseases and ailments. These remedies are produced in modern state-of-the-art manufacturing plants. After all, prescribed due diligence have been met in conducting necessary trials and obtaining requisite approvals to produce them for human consumption following successful research programs. Today, the use of herbal remedies is gaining popularity globally, regardless of the status of the nations that have embraced it and the Global Development Index. Aware that the world has recorded remarkable advances in healthcare management by embracing the use of herbal remedies, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, made support for both the conduct of research into and the production of herbal remedies a component of its interventions in the country's healthcare sector. The interventions were, therefore, designed to, among other things, provide support to pharmaceutical companies that are keen on opening brand new lines dedicated to the production of herbal remedies that have been certified as fit and proper for mass production and human consumption in treating ailments and diseases. The CBN support is also extended to the conduct of research into the development and production of herbal remedies. In today's edition of You and the Economy, we'll bring you the story of how one of the platforms through which the CBN has been intervening in Nigeria's healthcare sector, the Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund, HSIF, gave birth to the production of a herbal remedy known as NICLOVIX, which is used in the management of sickle cell diseases, and the impact of the herbal remedy in treating the ailment. Here now is the story.
Looking at even herbal remedies, use herbal remedies to be able to address some of the, diseases and ailments that affect our people.
As someone that for the past 10 years have been an advocate of local drug production and the need for us as Nigerians, as Africans, to respect local innovation and to ensure that we are responsible to our own environment by using our own indigenous and local resources to ensure that we take care of tropical and ailments that are peculiar to us. I can tell you that is something that we know that should be done.
Almost 100% of everything that you need to produce this drug is from Nigeria. Right now, many other medicines that we produce, we import the raw materials from abroad. So yes, we bring the raw materials from abroad, then we'll produce here. But something like this is produced 100% in Nigeria. The herbs we use are made somewhere in Abuja. So we're providing jobs for the farmers who are farming that herb. They make the herb, we'll bring it, we'll process it in that factory, we extract it. Everything is done here in Nigeria.
Even in the United States and England, they have homeopathic medicine, which are alternative medicine. So there's no reason why we should try to suppress our own.
The Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund, HSIF, is one of the mediations of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in the healthcare sector. The fund was part of the Apex Bank's strategic response to the outbreak of COVID-19 in 2020 and its aftermath. Specifically, the HSIF was established in particular to tackle the adverse impact of the coronavirus disease on Nigeria's healthcare delivery system, safeguard the health of our people, as well as contain the effect of COVID-19 on the economy of the nation. Yet, another objective of the HSIF is to transform Nigeria's healthcare delivery system and lift it from the poor state to which it had descended by the outbreak of COVID-19. The HSIF seeks to achieve its objectives by increasing private and public investments in Nigeria's healthcare sector, facilitating significant improvements in the healthcare delivery system, and reducing medical tourism overseas, a trend whereby many Nigerians traveled abroad for medical treatment because of the poor state of Nigeria's healthcare delivery system, thus exerting huge pressure on the country's foreign reserves. The HSIF comprises two core components, namely medical and pharmaceutical. Its pharmaceutical component itself encompasses support for the production of pharmaceutical products through the funding of the approved capital and operational expenditures of successful participants in the scheme, with the objective of boosting output. Ultimately, the support offered by the pharmaceutical component of the HSIF is to enhance the treatment of ailments and diseases stoked by COVID-19, as well as others unrelated to the virus, but which are equally debilitating to Nigeria's ability to have a healthy and strong workforce. The facilities provided under the HSIF to successful beneficiaries are offered at concessionary single-digit interest rates, which is far below the prohibitive cutthroat double-digit and subsequently unattractive interest rates, which most deposit money banks in the country reportedly demand from their customers for granting them loans. The CBN complemented the HSIF with its Healthcare Sector Research and Development Intervention Scheme, HSRDIS, which provides grants in support of research efforts to boost breakthroughs that will enhance the development of Nigeria's healthcare delivery system through channels that include the development of herbal remedies, often referred to as alternative medicine. May & Baker plc, a leading indigenous pharmaceutical company in the country, popularly known as M&B, benefited from CBN's HSIF. The company used part of the funds it accessed under the scheme to set up a brand new production line in its massive factory in Ota, Ogun State, to produce NICLOVIX, an anti-sickling capsule and herbal remedy for the management of sickle cell anemia. SS, as the disease is commonly referred to in this part of the globe, is an ailment which afflicts only the black race and which is quite common among Nigerians. Thankfully, within 18 months of the introduction of the CBN Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund, activities at the Herbal Remedies line in May & Baker's sprawling factory complex already stood as resounding testament to the impact of the scheme in the production of much-needed herbal remedies. The herbal production line established at M&B's factory complex at Ota is reputed to be the first state-of-the-art herbal remedies production plant in the country. It also has excess capacity to produce other herbal remedies apart from NICLOVIX, whenever the opportunity to do so arises. Whereas clinical trials for the production of the herbal remedy now known as NICLOVIX had been conducted after an immensely successful research effort by the Nigeria Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRD, and the medicine had equally been certified fit for production and human consumption, the critical large-scale production of the end product had remained elusive. That was until when May and Baker M&B decided to pick up the gauntlet by establishing a line in its expansive factory complex at Ota for the production of the remedy on a commercial basis, utilizing part of the funds it had accessed under the Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund of the CBN after meeting the conditions for subscribing to the facility. The new production line was established sequel to an agreement between the pharmaceutical company and the NIPRD to embark on the production of NICLOVIX on a commercial basis.
The Herbal line, for me, is our contribution to increasing not just our capacity as a company, but human resource capacity of the country. May and Baker as a company, we have partnered with Nigeria Institute for Pharmaceutical Research to make sure that some of the research work they are doing that we think have, that are beneficial, we can help with the commercialization. Part of what happens is, if you develop a product, maybe a drug that is beneficial, has passed through the trials, we can pay you royalties. So that way, the professors are encouraged. So they found one of those products, NICLOVIX, which is very useful in managing sickle cell. We started by manufacturing it in their facility in Abuja, but their facility is very small. And they have some of the challenges of power and all of that. Machines are being damaged. And with the CBN Intervention Fund, we decided to build a state-of-the-art herbal line. And I'm sure you saw it when you went to our factory. It's the first of its kind. So what happens now is, what we will normally produce in 1 month at the NIPRD facility in Abuja, I can run in 1 week. The capacity I have, I can take 5 more products like NICLOVIX for us to run full speed. And you can be sure that you have a state-of-the-art facility that is comparable to what you could get any other part of the world. This product is selling in the market now. So what happens is, we'll pay royalties to NIPRD, and they get commission on what is sold of this product.
Professor Martins Emeje is the head of the Department of Research and Development, Nigeria Institute of Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRD. He speaks on how NICLOVIX came into being through the roles played by the NIPRD and the CBN empowered M&B to make the production of the herbal remedy on a commercial scale a reality.
NICLOVIX is a trade name, it's a market name given to it by May and Baker. May and Baker is a big pharma industry. It's a big player in Nigeria. It's respected through processes as laid down by the government, the federal government of Nigeria. May and Baker is the only company that succeeded in meeting the criteria, about 8 different criteria that were put in forward. I was privileged to be the one that co-signed the licensing of our product to May and Baker. It is called NIPRD. NIPRD is for management of sickle cell, but the trademark now, the name given to it, is called NICLOVIX. And that is how it is in the market. We'll soon launch that product. When Dr. Obi Adigwe became the DG in 2018, one of the first things he did was to set up an implementation committee to ensure that NIPRD did not continually remain in this compound that it do, and people were not able to access it. So that's how it quickly went to May and Baker. It was a follow-up to what the previous administration of Professor Gamaniel and Professor Kunle Olobayo, who acted as DG also for about 6 months, did. That's how it consummated into what they have now. So in summary, it is we are proud that product is in the market. We are proud that May and Baker, an indigenous pharmaceutical company, is the one that took it.
Ayola Olajide is a sickle cell disorder advocate and the publisher of African Sickle Cell News and World Report. The publication is reported to be the only one dedicated to stories on sickle cell disorders in Africa.
With this herbal medicine, more and more people will be able to access our own traditional methods of treating this ailment. We are not saying that Oyinbo drugs should go out of touch or out of play concerning management of sickle cell, but we can also encourage our own pharmaceutical companies to come up with drugs for this condition.
We have feedback from the patients who are using this medicine. We have feedback from doctors who are managing them. The problem of sickle cell is, in our environment, where there is malaria and all of that, the malaria you will get and probably just have fever and chills and all of that, a sickler gets it and goes into panic attack. So what this medicine is doing is reducing the incidence of attack significantly. And it's such attacks that often cause them to die. So this medicine has been helpful to most of the patients who are taking it. So for me, when the medicine is not available, it means that the propensity for them to have attacks increases. So I believe that setting up this facility means that this product will always be available. It helps these patients to reduce incidences of attack. So I'm sure we're going to help save more sicklers from dying. We're going to help reduce the burden, because when they have attack, even if they don't die, they're going to get rushed into the hospital. The parents are going to spend a lot more. You know, our health facilities are going to be, especially in this time of COVID. So I think significantly the quality of life of this patient has been significantly helped by the establishment of this facility, which makes NICLOVIX available at any point in time.
I and my team midwife the the licensing of that product to May and Baker. So whenever we see people, sickle cell sufferers, getting that drug, I personally feel fulfilled. And the truth is, that's how we feel as scientists.
I really appreciate CBN for initiating this project. CBN has done very well. In fact, I feel very, very encouraged to learn about this CBN initiative. Hopefully, we'll be able to stand proud as Nigerians and as Africans, because we have our own homegrown products for the management of a health condition such as sickle cell.
That facility cost over 100 million naira. The truth is, before you do any project for people like us, I mean, look, we are profitable organizations and we have shareholders. So you're going to do a business plan. Part of that business plan is a return on investment. So if you do return on investment, no matter how wonderful it is, if it's not positive, they're not going to let you do it. You're going to defend it to the board. So I think where the CBN played a good part is it helped the business case. It made it profitable. The return on investment, yes, of course, you're not going to make profit in the first 1 year or the first 2 years. But ultimately, for the period you're using that fund, if you were to get commercial loan at probably more than 20% interest, it would be difficult to make a good business case. So really, CBN providing that fund at a low interest rate would have encouraged anybody to want to invest in this kind of a facility that is not going to yield return immediately, but is beneficial to the country. So to be honest, without that facility from the CBN, we probably might not be able to invest that money in the Herbal line. So to be honest, I must give credit to CBN.
Sickle cell disorder advocate Ayola Olajide expresses satisfaction with the roles played by the CBN in making the production of NICLOVIX on a commercial basis, and urges other corporate bodies to emulate the Apex Bank in helping to drive the production of herbal remedies in the country.
Corporate bodies like the CBN should help with the assessment of our herbal products. I know that M&B is a very big company. They can afford to go all the way to do all the necessary things concerning NICLOVIX. But we have other herbal products which have not seen the light of day because they don't have enough government support or enough parastatal support to do what they are doing. There are plenty of them out there. All they need is just encouragement to bring out their products for quality control assessment and other stuff. So once they have that, I am sure that more and more people will embrace herbal and traditional medicine for sickle cell in Nigeria.
Setting up a herbal facility means we're going to need to hire more people. So instead of laying off, we're hiring people. You know, it's almost unbelievable that at a time where companies are laying off staff, you're hiring staff. But that's because we're setting up something, the conditions are favorable enough for us to be able to set it up and wait for 2-3 years before you make profit. If the interest was crazy, you're not going to be able to do it. But the soft landing the CBN gave us is such that we can afford to build capacity, invest that much, hire more people. So frankly, I think ourselves and maybe other companies that got benefit from that fund, instead of laying off staff, would have hired more people. And it helps the economy. Part of it also is, at the end of the year, we probably might return more profit. So shareholders are going to benefit. The economy is going to benefit. Governments are obviously going to get taxed, which is one other place that we always need to look at. What CBN is doing is they are not just helping companies, they are helping the government. Frankly, if I lay off half of my staff, it means that government is going to get less tax than they would have gotten. So CBN is helping me and also helping the government.
Professor Emeje recognizes the support offered by the CBN to researchers through the grants available under the CBN Healthcare Sector Research and Development Intervention Scheme, HSRDIS, to encourage breakthroughs in research areas that can positively impact the healthcare delivery system. Professor Emeje, however, noted that the research work that birthed NICLOVIX is just one out of the about 13 successful research works of the NIPRD that are yet to achieve consummation due to lack of attention from stakeholders. Emeje, therefore, exhorts the Apex Bank to do more in helping to translate successful research work of the NIPRD into the production of the desired drugs, which informed the research works in the first place.
NIPRD is recognized by the Central Bank of Nigeria as a leader in R&D because the health research grant for scientists, for researchers in this country has what we call board of experts. And in that board of experts, the Director General of the Institute is represented on that board of experts by one of our own professors, Builders Philip. He sits on the board of experts that look at the proposals that scientists send in to avail themselves, the grant. On that outcome, we are fully satisfied and happy. If CBN, if we want to have good outcome that will be impactful in this country, what CBN has started must continue consistently for the next 25 years.
What we are doing with NIPRD, they are buoyed into doing more research. Actually, I've been getting feelers from the professors at NIPRD that they are coming again. So what we have done now, apart from giving them more resources, because like I said, they get royalties. So the more we sell of this product, the more royalties they get. That means they have more funds to do more research. So this research is successful. They're beginning to look into other areas of research. So if you do one and you're successful, you're encouraged to do a lot more. So these guys are going to be engaged 24/7 all year round, because if they find something that is successful, we are glad to take it. So it means we need more of this kind of research, more products that could keep that line busy.
It's good to have you join us again. Now, there is no doubt that through the support that May and Baker received from the CBN by accessing the bank's Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund, both the company and the CBN have impacted the economy and the society at large positively. In setting up this new state-of-the-art herbal remedy line, M&B engaged human capital and purchased equipment, thus creating job opportunities for many and also generating income for them too. Indeed, with the operation of the herbal remedy line, quite a number of Nigerians have been taking off the labor market through direct and indirect job opportunities created, while some that were previously employed in other organizations got the opportunity to switch jobs by joining the M&B Herbal remedy production line. NICLOVIX has also offered an herbal remedy alternative to the management of sickle cell diseases, thus increasing treatment options for those who suffer from the ailment. What is more, the best is even yet to come. With time, the capacity still left unutilized at the M&B Herbal Remedy plant will be put to further use in producing possibly other herbal remedies. Now, this will undoubtedly invigorate Nigeria's healthcare delivery system further and strengthen the economy with a healthier workforce. For more information on the CBN's support for the development of herbal remedies through its Healthcare Sector Intervention Fund and the Healthcare Sector Research and Development Intervention Scheme, as well as information on other intervention programs and policies of the Apex Bank, please log on to the CBN website on www.cbn.gov.ng. You can also call the CBN call center on 0700-225-5226 for further information. It is on that note that I sign off on today's edition of You and the Economy. Please to join us again next week for another exciting edition of the program. Until then, it's bye-bye.